As I walk over to church this morning, a hint of fog still hangs in the air. I began to think about the recent messages that I've preached to our church family. Began to think about the story that I have the honor of sharing this morning. I began to think about the devastation that is all around us every day in our world. I began to think about the tragedy that just this last week our nation was met with. And then Isaiah 55, 8 and 9. My thoughts are not your thoughts, says God. Just as the heavens are higher than the earth, so my ways are higher than your ways. You see, it's important for us to remember that God's thoughts, his ways, are much higher than our thoughts and our ways in the world today. And then we're reminded in 1 Corinthians 13:12. Now we see things imperfectly, like a puzzling reflection in the mirror. But then someday when we are united with Christ, we will see things completely. Now, everything that I see is partial and incomplete, but then I will see things with perfect clarity. And I will fully know just as God fully knows me. See, it's important for us to remember these two truths. And the real question on my mind this morning is, if I had the opportunity to know God's thoughts, if I had the opportunity to see into God's ways, would I really want it? If I had to see the tragedy and the devastation all around me, just as God does, would I want to see it? If I had to make the decisions that God makes every single day, would I want to? See, it's important for us to worship and to praise God for who he is, the Almighty God. For us to remember that his thoughts are much higher than our thoughts, that his ways are much higher than our ways. So today, let us praise the Almighty God for who he is.